Hello today! And today we're going to have a game of Deus Ex Machina. Again. Yes, I have played this for a few I've played this a few times. But what I'm going to try and do is do what I usually do when I do a game review, is to play it and commentate on it. But I know I'm going to play this all the way through. I know I've done a review on this before, but the first time I did a review on this game was on the Commodore 64. And I didn't have the audio to go with it. So I couldn't appreciate the game then. So yes, I said it was crap. Because it is basically crap if you ain't got no audio to go with it. But I've done playthroughs of it a few times. The new version, the old version, but what we're going to play is the remake of the ZX Spectrum version, and I will do another version at some point of the new version, well, the 2014 version, the 30-year anniversary, if you know what I mean. But now we're going to get on with the game. So let's go to play, and Here we go. Hello!
Deus Ex Machina.
And that was Ian Jury spoke that said that. So have a look at the characters. There we go, the music started.
Deus Ex Machina.
And here's John Pertwee.
Hello.
Hello, John Pertwee.
I want you to pause your player when I count you down.
Right, this is basically...
And recommence playing at the screen's request.
Yes, second. That's all I was going to say.
5. 4.
Well, let him do the countdown and I will explain.
3. 2. 1.
Blast off!
Pause.
Pause. He did say pause, not balls. Right, this is the game. Right, as I'm going to explain... No, I won't explain because John Pertwee's...
Tuesday evening.
Yeah, let him speak.
After tea and compulsory prayers, the last mouse on Earth tried to hide from mankind inside the machine.
He hid in the machine.
Just before it died, as the nerve gas eased its sphincter, the last ever mouse dropping caused a slight accident.
The mouse had a shit in the machine.
You may control the progress of this accident on my behalf, and with my permission, and lead it up the telepath.
Yes, Mr. Pertwee. Anything you say, Mr. Pertwee. Because you are Doctor Who. That's Donna Bailey singing this song.
Which must not stop spinning.
So what we got to basically do here,
Reach out.
this is the DNA welder, and we got to stop, not stop, well,
I keep the watch.
let's just tell I'm useless at bloody commentating and bloody playing the game.
I see it.
Right. Basically, we can't
tap
stop
the
these
phone.
DNA welders from stopping.
I file and
Now I've already fucked up there, haven't I?
I take the truth.
Yeah,
I give the lie.
yeah, and you basically
I
can't
steal
stop.
information.
You're not supposed to stop them.
Cover
Because
the
then
land.
you got a percentage score at the bottom
The
there,
signal and cable.
and
I am
basically
machine.
is to score the highest score possible. But
I
you
am
can't die.
machine.
Well, you die at the end anyway.
I
but
am
I'm not saying that
machine.
yet. But I'm
I
not
have
concentrating
always
properly.
been.
It's really hard, you know. If you've seen a lot of my
In the
game
beginning
plays, when I try
was
and
the
review it,
word.
it's very difficult to review something and to play it at the same time.
And the word
Hence why I'm so crap.
was
And that one's fucked up. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, that one's going to stop.
I refuse to obey.
Yeah, as I was saying at the beginning of the
Obey my
game,
power.
with John Pertwee counting down.
I
Originally,
am
this came out on the ZX Spectrum back in 1984.
I am machine.
So, oh,
always
much better.
been.
And I messed that one up.
This is
That's
the beginning.
right. So reason why he was counting down because you had an audio tape that went with this
I
game.
needed love.
Because the ZX Spectrum
I
back in the day
demand
could not.
I will
With most 8-bit computers, it couldn't do audio like this.
This is
It was too complex for the computer.
I am
And
machine.
plus it only had 48k of RAM.
I am machine.
So basically the best they could do is just the visuals and the gameplay, no audio. Even though the computer was capable of audio, but not on this level.
Deep in my
So a tape was made.
and bomb-proof.
So the tape and the game had to synchronize properly for it to work properly. And that's what the countdown was. When you counted down, you started the tape,
In molten
or
spiral.
something like that. Anyway, that's enough of that. So
In the beginning.
yeah, so we got the soundtrack here,
Is the word.
which is you don't have to sync up on the PC version.
No.
'Cause it's, well, you know what the PCs are like these days. You can do anything with them. So basically, this is the 1984 original soundtrack for the game, and this is the 1984 ZX Spectrum version of the game. Now we're on the cell producer. So basically, you hover. You're in charge of the green cursor. The green
All
cursor
the
is you.
screens a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits
You don't,
and
want,
their entrances,
don't want to touch the.
and one person in their time plays many parts. Their
Not the
acts
pure parts, of
being
course.
7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling in the test tube's neck. Then the whining school child, with cassette and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwillingly to data bank.
Right, that's Mr. Pertwee there, narrating
Then
the story. Oh,
the lover, sighing like a furnace, with a woeful video made to their lover's hologram. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking high score even in the laser's mouth.
right, so this is the cell producer. Or did I already mention that? Because I can't remember now. Ah, now.
And then the justice, in fair round belly, with eyes severe, and clothes of formal cut, full of wise words and machine code. And so, they play their part.
Right, is that it, Mr. Pertwee? Right, now I can try and get back on to explaining. Now,
The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose, their youthful clothes well saved, a world too wide for their shrunken shank, and their adult speech synthesizer turning again towards a childish treble, piping and whistling in its sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Without keyboard, without monitor, without power supply.
oh, now I can't explain. Right, what that was I was doing, it's basically the memory bank. And
I
you,
am machine.
yes, Mr.
I
Banks,
am
on there.
machine.
Yes, you're the machine. Please let me talk.
Spinning.
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 Spinning. Right, what this is, what I was doing before was the memory bank, and you keep your cursor over it, so a bit like the DNA welder in the other level, and you basically got to not stop these, otherwise you lose score, and that's what the game is keeping you getting the highest score at the end of the game. And basically this is the belly bank, and basically you got to stop, hover over them and they start spinning, and the idea obviously is to not stop them. They can't stop spinning. Spinning, yes, we can hear you. So this was what the graphics were like back then on the ZX Spectrum. Even the Commodore 64, say it's similar, Paul.
What you got? I'm a fertilizer.
So now we can hear Ian Jury.
My brothers are all wiggly.
What the blue cursor is, that's the DEFECT police. They're probing you, I think. And the green, this is what we got to control our things with, like stop spinning. Now we're in control of this little red sperm here. We're not in control of it, but we got a good guide, the Bureau Bank. So we're inside the, well, we're in the testicles.
Stirs up to Varric.
So
handy as a manual.
Yeah.
Sinister.
And the machine's testicles, I guess, but
handy as
what we got to do, this is that little red sperm is the super sperm, and we're in control. We got to guide this red sperm to the egg, and they can start the fertilise and all that. Easy said and done.
Rain looks pretty. Fish and chips and cycle clips. 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 Ha ha.
Fish and chips and cycle clips. Yeah. I don't know what this soundtrack was all about, but I have done other videos on this when you can hear Mel Croucher doing the commentary.
High and noble.
But I was thinking about this for some time, doing my own commentary. And as you can see, it's not going too well at the moment because I cannot guide this sperm to the egg. The controls are a little bit weird.
Hello, little Bell.
So,
I believe we have an appointment with Destiny.
Every time that DEFECT police hits you, oh, we might be at that. Ah, you bastard! Bloody sperms!
At first, the infant, mewling in the test tube's neck.
So this is going to be a test tube baby. As we, well, all we do, I know we didn't get the sperm into the egg, so it ain't game over. Basically, you just lose percentage score. So now this is the incubator. So we got to stop can't stop these purple things from or whatever it's doing.
Look at the score clock down in the corner.
Otherwise, you just lose these pink things. I don't know what it's doing. As we can see there, we've lost one. So the baby's breathing here in the body, or in the test tube rather, because there's no body, because this baby's created by shit from the mouse droppings inside the machine.
Down in the corner.
Yeah, look at the score clock down in the corner, and we're on 82%. I can't see me getting a very high score here, trying to commentate and playing the game at the same time, as I mentioned before. It's quite difficult.
Counting my blessing.
And can't keep hitting the DEFECT, please, because it sends you right back up into the corner again.
9 months compression.
As I said, I honestly thought this game was shit when I played it without the audio. I thought it was shit, but I can appreciate it now. I can appreciate this game for what it is with the audio. I think it's a good game, to be honest with you. It's something completely different that no one would ever play in their lives, especially the younger generation. They'll probably look at this and think, what a load of shit. But back then I honestly didn't play it, and now we're in the test tube or something where we got to avoid all these probes.
I'm taking over.
And this can fuck your eyes up quite badly, and I do sit quite close to my screen.
Steer me well.
And I've got rather a large screen.
Lead me straight. Narrow bends and oily water.
Apparently Mel Croucher did all the audio, all the music, the music arrangements himself, but obviously the artists done all the vocals. And I think a load of kids from the school done this type background here.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? And when do we want it?
Now!
Say, what do we want?
Love, love, love!
And when do we want it?
Now!
Say, what do we want?
Love, love, love!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Love, love, love!
And when do we want it?
Now!
I said, what do we want?
Love, love!
When do we want it?
I do it very well.
What do we want? When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Love, love, love!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? And when do we want it?
Now!
Say, what do we want?
Love, love, love!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? And when do we want it?
My eyes are... Oh my god, I can't see properly now.
When do we want it?
This is the problem. This is the problem. It screws your eyes up. Look at this too long. It does screw your eyes up. If you suffer from epilepsy, you cannot play this level. But you're gonna have to not look away or something, because after a while, this will give you a migraine or some.
Alpha to Omega.
Probably thank God for that.
Police report unauthorized activity.
So here we are.
Telepathic frequencies
The
of the
legend.
machine.
Frankie
Isolate
Elwood.
Unprogrammed data immediately and erase with extreme prejudice. Yes. Follow the sequence, touching the light. Follow the sequence, touching the light.
So you can see our percentage score there.
Okay.
So this is the DEFECT police interrogation tank. And we're here. What is it saying?
Disadvantage and pain. I use the word we deliberately. There's someone else inside my brain.
Someone in my brain, yeah.
We possess the sum of all human knowledge and appear to have telepathic powers and the ability to float. Unfortunately, we are a newborn, naked baby.
Then the whining schoolchild, with cassette and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwillingly to data bank.
Yes, John Pertwee was
Follow the
another legend.
sequence, touching the light.
Obviously, I was never a Doctor Who fan myself. Remember Wurzel Gummidge?
Hello, what have we here? A
Right.
defect algorithm.
So basically, what we've got to do here,
Protein crawling on the ground. It cannot be a citizen.
we're in control of this
It's
green
not got a number
barrier
tattooed
thing,
upon its baldy head. What is it then, I wonder?
and we've got to stop the beams
Let's scoop it up and take it
from
for probing and dissection,
the
and
new
keep
bomb.
the underlevels free from this sort of infection.
So basically, these are the DEFECT police
Shove it
trying
in
to
the
probe
mincer.
the new
Stretch
bomb.
it on the rack. I thought I had an order to throw the defect back. Funny.
Easy said and done. So basically, controls are just... Oh, it's changed. Oh, that is just horrible.
Defect policeman Captain Cork.
That is just horrible colours.
Carcass. Nail.
Mind you, the ZX Spectrum was limited to its colour palette.
Crawling. Occasionally
I'm just really disappointed that this never came out on the Amstrad CPC.
not speaking.
That's what computer I had back in the day.
Growing a little.
That came out the same. This came out the same time as the Amstrad CPC did. So I'm surprised the Amstrad never got a conversion.
Dangerous.
I think if it did, I would have thought it would have been the best version, because the Amstrad CPC from the 8-bit systems had the best colour palette. The colours were really nice.
And not forgetting the machine.
Perhaps no one had an Amstrad back in the day, but why did the MSX get a pull? no one had an MSX. I'm not having to go at MSX owners, by the way, but
Can I be
I
extremely
didn't know anyone at school back in the day that owned an MSX. So why the hell did that get a pull?
Okay, great. And howdy, wait. Can I do cosmetic surgery? An overlevel
The Amstrad CPC should have got a pull.
Follow the sequence, touching the light. Follow the sequence, touching
I
the
don't know
light.
if the Amiga,
Follow the
obviously the
Follow
Amiga
the
didn't have a pull.
Touching the
But
right.
I'm surprised that it didn't. I could have remade that on the Amiga.
The night.
Because I think
Wires in your fingers.
that would have been a
Wires
good
in
pull.
your toes. Wires in your head. Wherever you
Obviously,
go.
I don't know if it was possible to put the soundtrack using the Amiga. Perhaps they might have still had to sync up the audio with
will fatten my purse.
the game. I don't know. The Amiga was a capable computer.
I'll tear out
Perhaps
your
no one had
blood
an Amiga.
and burn
Well,
out
the
your socket.
publishers. Perhaps they only had the Spectrum,
And then the lover,
and
sighing
obviously
like a
then later it
voice,
got converted onto the
with a
Commodore
woeful
64
video
and the
made to their
MSX.
lover's hologram.
Someone must have had an MSX and a Commodore 64. Well, the Commodore 64 was
16 years.
the biggest selling computer.
Far
It
behind you.
was for the 8-bit system as well as the ZX Spectrum in the UK.
The voice inside
But no one had an
grows
MSX.
quiet.
Quite a lot of people had the Amstrad, so why didn't the Amstrad get a conversion?
Another human being.
Anyway, so we see all these lips here. Oh,
Each other.
went the wrong way. So basically, same sort of thing. We have to deflect the lips
Use your
from
power to
kissing
do
the
more
body.
gentle. Use your strength to
Defect,
show more
please.
care.
We're still in the defect, please.
Reading minds
Interrogation
nurture
tank.
gladly. Bleeding hearts.
After this,
and
the game
frightened
does change
souls.
slightly. Well,
Suffer foolish
rather a lot
people
actually. It does
gladly.
change.
Easy come.
It's not
and
deflecting
hard
stuff,
go.
and
Given
we
to
do take control of the character,
link your thoughts
or
and link your
the
forms.
newborn when he's
Use
a
your
little bit
power
older. It's
to be
basically
more gentle.
the life of.
Use your strength to
It's
show
the life
more
of the.
care.
He's born.
Take them in your arms and feel
Then
them.
he turns into his teenage.
Rocking
Then you
gently side
grows
to
old.
side.
Then eventually he dies.
Touch their scars
But he does
and
die
try
eventually. There's
to
no.
heal them.
You can't prevent that. It's
Today's
part of the game.
day that sadness
But the game is about
fades.
if he can get the score, if he can get a good score, and basically enjoying the experience of the soundtrack with the game. I think it's a different concept. I think it worked, and okay, it was a bit of a bastard back in the day to sync it up, I guess. I know it was a bit of a bastard to
60 more years for
sync it up with the emulator
You've forgotten
and the MP3
what
file I
is
did
taught.
with the emulations
Now
of the
you
Commodore
use
64
telepathy
version and the Spectrum
to
version.
buy the
They didn't go in
things
sequence
that
properly. It
can't
might have been an
be
emulation
bought.
fault, this might have slowed down, I don't know, but it
And
didn't work in sequence properly.
Link your thoughts
But
and
I
link
have got
your
videos of them on my
Use your
YouTube
power
channel,
to be
as well
less
as the
gentle.
gameplays
Use your
of the
strength
normal
to show less
playthroughs
care.
without no commentary at all,
Take them in your arms
of the Spectrum
and crush
version,
them.
remake, and
Rocking gently side
the
to
Retina, the
side.
new Retina version.
Touch their scars and try to steal them.
But I just
Today's
thought
the
it might
day
be a change just to
that
do this. Right,
madness
this is the first part of the game over with. So this is where you would have to continue loading from the second side, I guess,
God knows
and
what happens
pause it.
next. I don't.
But I never played this game back in the day. It's only recently I played this. So this is the second
Then
part. Now we take
a
control of the. Now we're a soldier.
full of strange oaths, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking high score, even in the laser's mouth.
Yeah, and you can see my score is pretty shit. Thank you, Mr. Pertwee. You can fly off in your TARDIS. So basically the controls are pretty simple in this game. This part, all you have to do is push fire button. like usually the controls are either in the first parts you use the direction.
War crimes are easy. The uniform's free. Follow the drum beat. Don't follow me. Jump without question. Into the fire.
So basically we've got to jump the gaps.
War crimes are easy.
War crimes are easy!
Fire.
Yes, Frankie Howard. You only get a ooh with typhoon.
War crimes are easy. War crimes are easy.
War crimes are easy! Yes!
When I say jump, jump.
I've already
Wait
bloody
for
jumped.
It. Wait for it. Jump.
And you can't jump anymore.
Listen to me.
We're down to 34%.
Killing is wrong.
Right, now we take control of this Tetris looking thing. And we got to use this to deflect everything in sight. Easy said and done.
You're only obeying orders.
Don't waste the life I gave you.
Waste someone else's.
All you need is love.
All you have is hate. War crimes are easy.
Let's change the double,
War crimes are easy.
making it slightly easier.
Crimes are easy.
War crimes are easy.
They taste very well. War crimes are easy.
Easy.
Smell a smell.
I smell a
March
smell.
on empty spaces. Fill them with your mind. When you burn a brain cell, it smells like bacon rind. Shield your head from
That's
torture.
free. Easier.
Shield your back from pain. Shield yourself from fireballs. Here we go again. War crimes are easy. The uniform's free. Follow the drum beat. Don't follow me.
Up Pompeii.
Without question. Into the fire.
Wonder how much they got paid to make this, to do the voices of this game, I wonder. I do have to say the soundtrack is very good in this game.
See what we have achieved, my defect. The underlevels have rolled over on their backs, and all are mine. Now then, it's time to use your power of telepathy to crack the overlevels. Yes? Any questions?
No questions.
No questions, Captain. Only a short statement. I am no longer working for you. The defect police are now working for me.
What do you mean?
Machines, rearrange his personality.
What? What? Get off! Help!
Ooh, there we go. Split up. Got split personality.
Neither do I.
So basically, this part is over.
Spacious lounge with live entertainment at weekends in the ballroom. It's a relaxing sort of place with a putting green and very beautiful lawn.
I would say, listen when you do listen to the audio. Listen to it with your headphones on.
And then the justice,
You
in fair round belly, with eyes severe, and clothes of formal cut, full of wise words and machine code. And so, they play their part.
So basically what we do here, I think you got the choice. You can either jump over them or crush them, whatever you feel. And it does alter your percentage score. what everything does. And we see the background. Obviously that is not very nicely drawn, but you're not supposed to take notice of that, because you can see if you crush them, bits of the landscape does seem to disappear.
You can shake temples and think them in the deep.
Yeah, you do appreciate this more when you listen to it on headphones.
Turn your back, your slip is showing, baby.
So if you decide to want to play this game, I would recommend you listen to the headphones on. So basically, looking at this character now, you think, well, he's middle-aged. Yeah, you'll be right. I mean, you can tell by the saggy boobs. I thought it was a fat woman at first. I thought, oh my god, it's one of my ex-girlfriends. I mean, I've dated worse. So what we're supposed to do is jump on them, I think. If he says war, hate and evil, I think you're supposed to crush them. Hate. No, I missed that one. So if it's good, I think you leap over it. War, you're supposed to crush. I think I missed that. Oh dear. Oh, crushed love. Oh well.
Unstable and uncertain in your life.
This is a nice soundtrack.
Upon an increasingly reluctant people.
Love lies. Am I going to crush lies? No, I'll crush them both. Oh well. Let's crush war. What about evil? Crush evil and hate. So once again, you use your fire button only. Peace. Oh, did I make that? I don't know. Let's jump over these two.
I find out that bands are going backwards and forwards all the time. Anyway, they're going forwards. Our British bands are going to GDR and Polish song. A lot of these are peace bands. And you begin to find that there's already a huge movement of rock across the rocks, if you like.
You can't move mountains. You can't raise taxes when you win.
Yeah, I would have liked to see this on the Amstrad. Ah, fuck. Now we've got the barbed wire. So what this does, obviously that prevents you from jumping.
You're more machine than I win or lose.
We know what barbed wire's like.
You think you're independent. You think you're big and strong. Well, I've got news for you, baby. Your future's going wrong. You can't move mountains. You can't shake temples. You're the
They don't look like saggy boobs to me, though.
I gave you life, but you nailed it to the cross. You're more machine than I am. You're an asshole. I wish I never made you.
That's it, that's over. So then we're going to go on to the last part of the game, and my score is getting worse. I am down to 39.
Shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon.
So this is
with
where we're
spectacles
very
on nose. Their youthful clothes well saved. A world too wide for their shrunken shank. And their adult speech synthesizer turning again towards a childish treble, piping and whistling in its sound.
Yeah, so now this is where we're very old.
Last scene of all,
The
that
last
ends
scene.
this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Without keyboard, without monitor, without power supply.
Yes. So basically, what we're about to see is one of these old sort of games.
Don't you ever want to
Get on with it.
Don't it ever get weary? Don't you ever want to exit and die?
Come on. There we go. So basically we're in control of these dots. And we've all played something like this in our time. So basically it's one of them wire things where you can't touch it, the contacts. Or you can't make contact with the, which I just did. Otherwise it make a buzzing noise.
Your life is expressed as a percentage score. Observe the percentage.
I'd rather not. Score percentage is shit.
Imagine if this were nothing but an electronic game.
Don't ever get weary. When your whole life is just a percentage score.
Yep, the life is just a percentage score, nothing else.
Don't it ever get
And this is the blood clot dispersal. So basically, there's 3 parts in this game. So basically, they're similar to this. So we've basically got to separate the clot, otherwise it clots together.
Imagine if this were nothing but an electronic game.
Yeah, so lasts for not that long, probably a couple of minutes each part. So basically, this is it. You just have to stop them from clotting.
My respiration ailing, my hair all run away. My memory is failing, I've nothing left to say. Don't you ever get weary? Don't you ever want to stop and clock?
Yeah. Sorry about this. I'm supposed to be commentating, but I really don't know what else to say. Yeah, I would say definitely give it a go. If you are quite curious about this game, give it a go. Because, as they say, it ain't just a game, it's an experience. And to add to the experience, listen to the soundtrack on your headphones and turn them up a bit so you appreciate it even more. You probably think, why the fuck did I bother? No, I'm joking. Yeah, but as I say, it's something different, and I don't mind playing it. Obviously, you can't play it all the time. It's one of them games you either like or you hate. I say I like it. I don't mind it. It's something different. As we see, my percentage score's gone up to 42%. So pretty easy this bit. Just make sure you don't make contact. It's only the controls consist of just up and down. That's it. You can't go left or right.
My respiration's ailing, my hair all run away. My memory's failing, nothing left to say. Don't you ever get weary?
So in a minute we'll go into the second part when it decides to. Basically, you can't choose whatever level you do. It does go in its pattern. It's the same, basically the same thing all the time. But you just change it. You just try and improve every time you play it. So now this is the white cell. So basically, it's the same thing as the other thing, whatever that was. I can't remember now. With the blood clot.
Touching the light. Your life is expressed as a percentage score. Observe the percentage.
Yeah, 40%.
Your score changes.
Imagine
if this were nothing but an electronic game.
So basically, you do the same thing, just split them up.
Last mouse on earth.
So basically, it takes about, I'd say, about 45 minutes to play this game all the way through. So here we go on this bit again. So we're back up, we're up to 49%. Yeah, but that's 45 minutes worth, I think, playing this game. I think it's well worth playing. But remember, if you play the PC version, you don't have to synchronize the audio with the game. But if you want to play either the Commodore 64 version or the MSX version or the original ZX Spectrum version on actual hardware or emulation, you will have to synchronize the audio if you've got the audio. So this is the red cell shepherding. So basically we got to do the same thing. Split them up, split the cells. So they go into the smallest dot. And what they do, you see that purple thing over there? You got to aim them so they go into they go in. So you're shepherding the red cells. But they won't go in unless you break them down. And they do, if they eat each other, they join up, they get bigger. You don't want to do that. Because they'll only go in that purple thing if you split them up. Right, so we're about to 5. There we go. Down to 3 now. See if we can get them back. Oh, they're gonna.
Hello.
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 So basically it's like a little game of tennis now. The old. Is that one going in? Yes, so I've got one more to get in. Can I do it? I doubt it.
Deus ex Machina.
Ow! Oh, come on, just get in there. Ah, ran out of time. So I'm back up to 73% because of that. But this is the end of the game now. We're coming to the climax.
These, our actors, are all spirits, and are melted into air. Thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the giant screen itself, all which we inherit, shall dissolve. And, like an insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a bite behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.
That's it. That's game over.
Who's that? What you got? I'm so sorry. I'm so very tired. What did I do?
We don't inherit blood from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children.
Imagine? Imagine if we could begin our little life all over again. Imagine if it was all nothing more than some electronic game.
So basically, in Jewish saying, he's played a fucking game again.
I can't quite remember, but I'll try and be better next time. One
So I've
question.
got down as low as 39%, and I came back to get
Well,
30,
there's a strange sensation on the
73%.
cheek. It has
I've
not
done
felt
better.
such a thing before. It is damp
I've
and
done
warm
worse.
and salty. Please tell me what it is.
I think the highest I've ever got was 99%, the lowest I ever got was 0%.
I'm a fertilizing agent. My brothers are all wriggly. Fertilizing agent. My brothers are all wriggly. Touch us with a digit. Make us go all giggly. Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
Hello.
Thank you, Mr. Joe. Goodbye.
Fertilizing agent. My brothers are all wriggly. I'm a fertilizing agent. My brothers are all wriggly. Touch us with a digit. Make us go all giggly. Fertilizing agent.
there's
Brothers
no
are all
crowd.
wriggly.
So it's really interesting what they do here with the end
Brothers are all
credits.
wriggly.
So you see them when they're younger,
Touches
when
with
they're
Gage.
30 years older. I think
Make us
Yeah.
go all giggly.
for the programmers, and unfortunately we don't have now Frankie Howard and John Pertwee anymore. But I know DFX Machina 2 has Christopher Lee. And I will get round to playing Deus Ex Machina 2 at some point. I haven't got the game yet, but I will hopefully will get it because I want to see what that one's like.
Help us, Father Woodlice.
Yeah.
Tax collectors.
I will.
and
Well, I do want to see what Deus Ex Machina 2
aim is high and noble.
What I've
I'm
heard
singing
about
as I'm
it,
swimming.
it's got some
My
disappointing
aim is
reviews.
high and noble.
But
I'm singing as I'm
I
swimming.
want to play it for myself just to see
I
what it's
giggle
like.
and I wriggle and make a
Yeah.
new beginning.
I mean, I know it's... Oh, look at the fucking state I'm in! Oh my god! Is that more Pearsonton? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want to move in there. It might be a nice guy, you never know. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. So basically, I do want to do Deus Ex Machina 2 today, but I will do also at some point playing the game again, but I will be playing the up-to-date version of it with commentary.
Imagine.
Because as I said, I've played
Imagine
them
if we could
all
begin
before,
our little life all over
all
again.
different, the normal versions.
Imagine if it was all nothing
as I
more
say,
than
the
some
original
electronic
versions of
game.
the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum. Not played the MSX
Imagine
version.
if I
Don't
knew then
intend to.
what I know now.
Because what I've heard is it's basically what I'm hearing. What I was going to
Hello,
review it
little
on the
bell.
MSX, but one I couldn't.
I
get the
believe we
emulator
have
to
an
work.
appointment with destiny.
Two,
A short life,
I just gave up.
but a happy.
And someone did say to me that the
Deus
MSX version
Ex
was similar to
Machina.
the Spectrum version, but worse. So I'll get that with something. But I've also played this version a couple of times without commentary,
The
with
satellites are
commentary from
shining.
Neil Croucher, and now
Acid
commentary
rain's pretty.
from me. Okay, it's
I'm a
pretty bad,
fertilizing
but
agent.
I can't play games, and commentate at the same time. Okay, this is the end of the game. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.